Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Advanced Warfare Scorestreak reviews. Today we're going to be looking at the final Scorestreak, the Paladin, and what this is this massive gunship that comes in from space, and has these little rocket things here that keep it floating around. It pretty much does like a pylon turn, like an AC-130, around the map, and it stays in the air for about 30 seconds. You have a timer. It's going to be on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll see it. You'll see your weapons and your HUD all around. You can zoom in, zoom out, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. You have big machine guns to use and fire and stuff like that. They're like chain guns. So we're going to look at the modules today for them, and I'm going to explain just what exactly they do and how long you can shoot them and all that jazz. The only ones we're going to be really looking at is sleight of hand, guided rockets, and 105mm cannon. Because the extra flares, it's kind of, yeah, we get an extra set of flares. Wingman is the same thing as the Warbird, and extra time just adds 50 seconds. Or 20 seconds. I take that back. It's 20 seconds, not 50. It makes it 50 seconds because it's already 30. So what sleight of hand does is it pretty much decreases your reload speed by 33%. So the machine guns that take about 3 seconds to reload, they'll take 2 seconds to reload this thing on. It's pretty good. It's like actually like 1.8 seconds, so it's a little more than 33%, probably like 35%, something like that. Anyways, the guided rockets and the 105mm cannon, they are both 6-second reloads without the sleight of hand on, and with the sleight of hand on, it's like right around 4 seconds, like right on 4 seconds, which is, a decrease of 33% from 6. So, yeah, we're going to check those out, and then you're going to see some of my recommended class setups for this. I'm going to have 2 for this, and yeah, the guided rockets did have an update. They used to be incredibly slow, and they were pretty much useless, but they're much better now. They shoot in, I think, packs of 3 or 4, and they fly down. They're like Lodestars from Black Ops 2. So we're going to jump into the gameplay. We're going to check out the stock version first, and then the other modules, sleight of hand, guided rockets, and 105. Alright? Okay, guys, we have the first version of the Paladin here, just the stock out-of-the-box version. And you can see the timer on the right-hand side. It says you have 30 seconds left. You get about 30-35 seconds in it. And up at the top left, you can see it says reloading. And it tells you the elevation and all that other crazy stuff. One thing I forgot to tell you guys about some of the other videos, I think I did in the Vulcan video. If you click N on PC, you can use the thermal imaging. And that actually works out pretty well for finding some people sometimes. But we're going to check out the sleight of hand one in a second. Okay, we have sleight of hand now. Well, it's pretty much the same functions in terms of weapons. You'll definitely see how quickly it reloads. And I'm just going to hold the trigger down and fire. So you'll see as soon as it's set to reload. One thing you want to make sure you do with this is leave your targets. It's not as accurate as the AC-130 from previous CoDs, and there's a lot of bullet lag. So you'll if you just shoot it a little bit, they'll continue to go. See what I mean? So, and sometimes for some reason the timer gets jacked up. It says that I have 25 minutes left, and it's a glitch that has to do with the game timer. So we're going to switch over to the rock. Okay, so we have the Paladin with the rockets right now, the laser guided rockets.
Friendly UAV above.
And we'll switch to them right off the bat. You can see the little disc there. They're kind of hard to see as they're flying down. But they are pretty powerful and they will kill you. So watch out for that. Takes about 6 seconds, like I said, to reload them. They're not as good as the 105, and you'll see that in a moment. So, and you still get to keep your regular machine guns. So it's best just to cycle back and forth. that. Alright, next is 105. Okay, we have the final mod we're going to look at today, the 105. It's 300 score, so it's the most expensive module in the entire game, and with good reason. This thing is a machine, and if you use it properly, you can really just absolutely destroy this thing. It's pretty much the 105 from Modern Warfare 2 or 3. Only it flies much faster, and you can still get some pretty sick shots with this thing, like through buildings and windows and stuff like that. So if you know what you're doing with it, it'll work out really well in your favor. Now we're going to check out some of mine that I like to use whenever I'm actually seriously playing. Okay, so the first version I really like to use is the 105 sleight of hand and extra flares. This is for people that really like to just shoot your stuff down, and you cannot sit up there for an extra 50 seconds. What this does is that it just lets you unleash everything you got as fast as you can, and you can see right now that I'm pretty much just bouncing back and forth between the weapons and not taking any time to reload. The amount of time it takes for me to reload will pretty much be used up for reacquiring a target, acquiring a new target, or waiting for spawn protection to fall off. So the system works out really well, and especially if they're rocket heavy and they really want to take you out. Okay, so right now we're checking out the final version of the Paladin that I'm going to review today. If you click escape or start or whatever game console you're on, you can see the whole map. And what this does is it lets you know where your score streaks are coming in from. So what I like to do is take open the Paladin and press escape so I can see where my Paladin's coming in, so I know exactly where I'm going to be aiming. What this final version is, it has the extended time instead of the flares, and it has sleight of hand and agility 105. Now you're up here for about 50 whole seconds, so you're up here for quite some time, and you can just go to town with these guys as long as they don't blow you out of the air. Because remember, it'll still take 2 rockets to take you out.
Hardpoint contested.
This thing looks insane from the ground. It just looks like hellfire is coming down, and there's not really too much of anything that the bad guys can do aside from shooting down. I'll show you guys the kill cams that I have for these. If you want to see them, I'll throw them at the end of the video, because there's 3 different kill cams for this, depending on what you're killing them with, whether it's machine guns, rockets, or 105. Hey guys, this is the end of the video right now. After I showed you guys the different kill cams, stuff like that. Thanks for watching. If you guys stayed through the entire video series, if you didn't, go ahead and check them out. I did every score streak on this game, so definitely check it out. Another great thing to do with this score streak is just use it to take out enemy score streaks that are in the air. If you don't have a system hack and you have a bombing run coming in or something like that, you can pretty much destroy it, even if it's a double. It doesn't take too much. So yeah, I'm planning on doing the same thing for the Black Ops 3 score streaks whenever that game comes out. And I'm working on getting an upgraded computer right now, working on building that. So I hopefully will see you guys in other videos in the series. But that's pretty much it for all of this. Thanks for watching. Bye.